Okay, well, this is my Rize City MD. We're going to take it out on a first impressions ride and put it through its paces, do some hills, do some corners, and see how it performs. Okay, well, first impressions is it definitely feels a lot more nimble than the Rad City 5 Plus. Clearly, it's a lot quicker around a corner. So, like that corner I just did in the cul-de-sac feels quite a bit easier to make that turn. So, now I'm not crazy about the seating position on this because it's a bit more of a lean forward, real mountain bike position, which I like to sit up a little bit more. So I may end up having to get some handlebars with a little more rise on them because I've already got the stem up as high as it'll go. Um, and there's not a lot of real estate on this thing, as I mentioned in my unboxing video. So I had to make some changes there to get everything where I can reach them easily and quickly with my thumb. And I hate these speed shifters that are on the bottom of the handlebar. So I may do something about that too. So gonna get warmed up here a little bit. We're gonna go down this little hill. It's actually not such a little hill. And then we'll come around and go back up it and see how it performs. Very stable. I mean, I'm doing 23 miles an hour, and it's fine. Even with these kind of less than optimal tires for asphalt, it's doing fine. And I mean, I'm in gear number 3. Let's go to gear number 4, the analog gear 4, and I'm in pedal assist 1. And I mean, this thing is smooth. The shifting was smooth. Not having to put a whole lot of effort into paddling right now. So, so we'll see how it goes. So I'll make a couple little turns right here and see exactly. So the brakes work good. They stop you. And I mean, this thing turns so much better than that Rad City. And it could be that the handlebars are different configuration, because those city bikes came with kind of the Dutch handlebars that are swept up and back. And while it's very comfortable, it does kind of lend itself to being a little bit wider in the turns. So it's a pretty steep little hill. I mean, for a subdivision hill anyway. Normally I would have to put it in pedal assist 3, probably gear 3 to get up it. Right now I'm in gear 4, pedal assist 1, and there is no problem. I mean, you hardly even know you're going up a hill. So there's a significant difference in the way these mid-drives work. Now, I understand that because there is so much torque in these things, that you've got to be careful about putting too much torque on your drivetrain. You can snap a chain, rip up your freewheel. So they say that you really need to use your analog gears. And so it's going to take some practice to learn how to use those gears. So coming up on another little grade here. It's not a big percentage grade, but it's it's 300-400 feet of a steady upgrade. Typically on my Rad City 5, I would be in pedal assist 3, analog gear 5, doing about 13 miles an hour. Right now I'm in analog gear 4, pedal assist 1, doing about 11 miles an hour. So, and I'm not even working. You can hear me, I'm talking, and I'm not in that great shape. So, It really does, even these hills, it just eats them up. Which I guess is something you got to really think about, because you just leave it in one gear, and I think that's not so good for your freewheel to do that. So now I'm coming up to Highway 92. Very busy road. Right away doesn't mean a lot to the people that travel this road, so we're gonna see just exactly how quickly I can get across here. I think that I probably want to put the pedal assist up, because that gives you the speed. I've noticed that the higher the pedal assist level, the more speed you get. So we're gonna bump that up a little bit and see if that helps us get through this intersection. Yeah, it's not too busy today, but it's actually the people coming straight on you got to worry about, because they will turn in front of you. So I think the light is about to turn. I replaced the thumb throttle with this twist throttle because I just like it better. So we're going to see how things work here. Hopefully I won't get run over. So everybody stopped. Looks good. All right, made another across the road one more time. Drop it back down into pedal assist. When I was in pedal assist 2, by the way. So that actually made it a little easier to get across. So we're gonna ride through this little subdivision here. Again, this thing turns so well in the corners. No problem at all. I'm gonna give it a little test here in a few minutes. Okay, so we're gonna come up to the top of this little hill here, and you can hear when the freewheel gets under a little bit of stress. I might need to fool with the index in just a little bit. So we're gonna go down this hill here and probably get going about 28, 30 miles an hour and go into a right-hand 90-degree turn. See how well this thing happens. This thing handles. Okay, well, got to start braking. Brakes work fine. A little bit of wet, that's not good. But man, that thing just turned into that corner like nothing. So it handles really well. Again, these are not really street tires that comes on the thing, but it has no trouble with corners. Might be careful if you get into some loose stuff, or if it gets real slick, but you know, on dry pavement, no problem at all. It is a little bit strange that they've gone with a speed sensor and a cadence sensor instead of a torque sensor. Don't know why that is, and that speed sensor is a little unusual for me because it's got a magnet on the back spoke and a sensor on the lower arm. And if you if you take that magnet off, because I didn't see where it was doing anything, you actually get a fault on your display. So it does matter. It is part of the whole sensing system. And so I guess the torque sensors are supposed to be better. Honestly, this thing seems to sense when I'm going up a hill, because I can feel as I go up this hill power being applied to the motor, to the back wheel. So not exactly sure um, what the difference is, but anyway, this one has a has a speed sensor and a cadence sensor. Okay, so this is a little park that we've got here. Goes down by the river, but I'm not going to go down by the river. I'm just going to take this green way here, some of the areas that the dogs like to run in, and we're going to see how this thing does in a field. Problem is getting over these curbs. I mean, I guess I could probably pedal over them, but maybe not. So I'm going to get off the bike and get it up the curb, and then we will see how this thing does on these hills. Of course, a car would be coming. Morning. Hey. All right, so I'm gonna get off this thing and get it over this curb, just to make sure that I don't break anything. Okay. So we are over the curb here. So let's take it in this field and see exactly how it performs. All right, well, bumpy, but what do you expect, right? So actually, not pedaling is nothing. It's beating me up a little bit, but this little hill here, no problem. I mean, honestly, this is no problem. A little bit bumpy, but the suspension's handling it fine. I mean, I've got no problem, and I'm in gear 4, pedal assist 1, and this thing is having no trouble with off-road. I mean, I guess, again, it's bumpy, but to a real mountain biker, this is nothing. All right, let's see how it does this hill. Little grassy knoll. No problem. Okay. Woo! That was fun. So, the off-road test, no problem. I mean, really no problem. And turning this thing is just a piece of cake. So, hope you got an idea of how this thing actually performs in the real world. And it's, I mean, I find it to be a very good multi-terrain bike. I mean, you saw it didn't have any trouble with the field in it. I mean, it's just a field, but at least they cut the grass. There's no problem with hills at all. It handles the corners great. You don't have to really exert yourself that much, even in pedal assist 1. So all in all, good bike.